Girls, welcome to TTTV. We are live with a special event we got for you tonight, especially for the TTL F1. We are going down a bit of memory lane. We are going to be racing in the classic cars, and we'll be racing in the 1992 Williams FW14 Spec B. I'm Steph in the box, and tonight I am joined with a special guest of mine. Say hello to Alan Kay. Alan, how are you?
Good evening, everyone, and looking forward to this one.
Oh, same here. I am definitely looking forward to this. And a great track location for it. Couldn't be even better on its home turf, or on its back garden in Silverstone.
Yeah, so it's a good track. I'm not too sure how many drivers on the pad like it, but now from experience on a wheel, Silverstone's a lovely track to drive. It tests all your abilities as a driver, which is what you want on a track. So
Indeed, it is a very quick track in itself. Although not always down to straight line speeds, you've got to negotiate many of trickery corners around this track, particularly. Especially in these cars tonight, as it's going down back in memory lane with the 1992 Williams.
yeah,
So,
it's a 3.6 mile 18 turn corner or 18 turn circuit. So it's a lot of it's one of these circuits where nearly every corner has a name, or even the straights are named. So everyone knows the circuit well. It has a lot of history in its former and current layouts.
indeed. So, we like, with history of the corners as well, you've got the likes of Corpse Corner, Mackett's, Beckett's, Chapel, Hanger Straight, Stowe, Club Vale, Brooklands, Lovefields, Woodcut.
Brooklands, Luffield.
This track has every single memories, and it also has its very few moments in the past as well. So going back with the 1992 Williams, it is a V10 Renault powered Williams. It's also, with it being the B spec, as it was the copy of the original Spec A, which was used in the 1991 series, driven by Riccardo Patrese and very own Nigel Mansell. And for 1992 season, they copied the same. They used the same car and just modified it a little bit more to make it a little bit different from its predecessor. It also has very first active suspension on it as well, with a long mounted front nose on the car as well. And obviously, Ricardo Patrese and Nigel Mansell also drove that in 1992, where Nigel Mansell claimed his first title.
Sorry, Steph. I'm just sorting out the lobby here, guys. Discuss this over in a second.
No worries, no worries. I'll carry on. And so with Nigel Mansell then being the main British successor just before Lewis Hamilton, it used to be every year when it's Silverstone back in its day, every single British fan there rooting on, cheering on Sinaj to literally win the British Grand Prix, and he's done it on many a few occasions. But when he won it, British Grand Prix in '92 in his Williams, the crowd went absolutely hysteric, and literally around Vale Corner, everyone just stampeded onto the track and pretty much applauded him, and he's always been known as a great British hero since then, really, with his determination, his charisma, never give up attitude, along with his legendary moustache as well to top it off.
Mansell was a good driver, but I don't think I'd put him up at the top of British drivers. Um, for me, yeah, he was a good driver, but obviously drivers like Hill, Diamond Hill, Hamilton, Button would will all be higher, I think, than Nigel. But again, as I say, great driver. But going back even, Jackie Stewart, man, You go back to classic cars, you want classic names. That's where I'd be thinking.
Yes, indeed. You got like obviously the other amazing classic drivers like the likes of Jackie Stewart, Graham Hill, Jim Clark, Graham Surtees, Sterling Moss. All those amazing great drivers as well. And obviously looking forward, you know, you got like likes of Damon Hill, Jenson Button, Lewis Hamilton, or even now, obviously in a moment in time, getting generate more young guns as well to replicate great British driving success.
Yeah, George Russell and Lando Norris getting a chance this year as well. So
Indeed, we'll be keeping an eye on them. You never know, they might be up on the famous Hall of Fame of British drivers.
yeah, they've got a pretty robust monocast man to remove there. I think in the next couple of seasons anyway. Mr. Leclerc looks like he's going to be a quick driver in that Ferrari. So.
Oh, indeed, we've got to keep an eye on it, especially coming up to this season as well. Not a long way as well, so run on for that. Looks like the session is getting underway. 9 drivers racing tonight.
I'm talking about young Lando Norris, who's going to be getting his chance with McLaren this season. Last night and tonight, actually, the McLaren Shadow Finals, the Esports Shadow Finals, to see who would be their new member of their Esports F1 team for the coming season. It's been on live. Anyone who hasn't watched it, go have a look back. It's worth it. I know last night's episode was 4 hours long, plus I'm not too sure about tonight's because obviously only commentating it's on now. So.
Indeed.
But do check out the videos. 7 of the top esports racers in the world. 5 different games, different car types, and they also get physical tests, mental tests.
And I just done a mock-up already because I forgot to hit the spectate button, or probably accidentally deselect it for the last couple of minutes. So obviously when it comes to racing in a minute, I will have to retire. So good on me on that mock-up.
At least you didn't have a full grid that you were keeping a driver out of seat, Steph.
It's alright. Mistakes are always bound to happen, it just happens to happen to me. Still.
But yeah, as I was saying, guys, do check out the McLaren Shadow Finals. It also shows how esports and sim racing has now become a possible route to a real race car. So it's well worth a watch and check it out. And here we go on a one-shot quali. I'm on board with Paul as he starts his lap.
Okie dokie, just bear me a few minutes or a few seconds while I get myself sorted out. Come on, game, come on, game. Right, here we go. On board with Poe. Into turn 4, heading down. No worries. Heading down towards Wellington Straight now. Obviously, these cars do not have a DRS, they just have full out pure brewed power. So heading down into Brooklands now. Getting crucial, get your front end in nice and tight there, which he does nicely. Now coming into Luffield, very long mid to slow corner, but you can go out wide, you can make it into double apex and power your way through. Heading up into Woodcut now, and onto the old start, finishing straight. Heading down towards Cops Corner, which is turn 9, originally the old turn 1. Yeah, and Poe didn't want to go flat out there, he goes down gear, and got on a bit wide. Now into the good old classic section of Maggots and Beckett's here. Going, keeping it all under control here. Ooh, back-ended one to go, just on the exit there. Going to go through Chapel, now heading down to the famous Hammer Straight. Fastest part of the circuit. Going full flat out here. Might see cars topping up to at least like 190 miles an hour in slipstream, heading into Stowe.
184 at the braking zone, Paul was there.
Oh, no, Poe's not having a good lap here. We're making wide, it's costing him time. Now heading down into Club. Getting crucial to get this last couple of sections here right now, headed into Vale. And over the line we go with Poe. And VSR Lambo there takes pole position with a 136.5.
Excellent lap by Mose there as well, with only a 10th off Blizzard.
Very good pace there from Mose as well. See, I love this classic car events. Like, you know, it's to like everyone out of their comfort zone, out of their own regional car leagues, and they race in the current league at the moment, and just give them like a right challenge. So, then I'll leave it to you to read out the
No,
standards.
so the quality results are Lambo in first, Squeezy second, Paul third, Lizard fourth, Mays in fifth, Dave M in sixth, Plaster in seventh, Steph, who had to bail out on start, so VSO Francis will start in eighth, and
Yeah, theory.
Z3 will start in ninth.
Just
Noticeably, Z3 the only driver to invalidate their quality lap on the one shot, so.
indeed, with obviously being like the one shot, it's crucial to get your lap perfect all the way round.
Surprisingly, there with Francis is not setting a time. Even if you make a mistake, especially in the classic cars, if you make a mistake in the lap, it's worth continuing on because there's no advantage of starting on a you have to start on a harder tyre and run longer in these cars because they're all the one tyre. So strange decision for the retire unless he actually did invalidate the lap and then retire just so that he can finish the lap.
Indeed. And obviously with the classic cars, you know, the tyre grip will be absolutely durable, so we wouldn't have to literally worry about any pit stops really, unless it's for like a front
Well,
wing
the
damage.
interesting one for the classic cars on this game is on a 50% race. Actually, the game will be telling the drivers now to pit halfway during the race. And I picked that up after you take up the start house. Well, I suppose we're on the formation. Yeah, the game will. Actually, I've lost my train of thought there now.
Yeah, obviously I can't retire the car, so I just gotta literally try to do something, try and get rid of the car. And that's not going off to a good start either. I think I might just have to. Yeah, I'm not. I just literally go down the stream. There we go. That's one way to do it. Yeah, I got myself disqualified. That's one way to do it. I just sit here, just literally waiting for the race to start and try and pull off the race quickly as much as possible. Well, move out the way as quick as possible and try and retire the car.
Just as I was saying there as well, with the tyre situation stuff, when the guys were picking their setups there on the grid, the game would have been telling them to pit halfway during the race on 25%, or sorry, 50% please. Now, the tyres can go the full distance without pitting, and with the classic cars you don't have to pit. So it's up to the driver whether they make that pit stop that the game is telling them to or not.
Then again, if it's a case of like getting the full maximum grip and knowing like you can push even quicker, you know, fair play for doing so. But unfortunately, with the pit lane round Silverstone, with the maximum speed in miles per hour of 37 miles an hour, it is going to cost you.
24-second pit stop.
I'll probably say a little bit longer than that. I'll probably say about the 30s. But still, it's all down to literally the driver to pick when they want to pick, or just hang it out and see what they can do with the strategy with the tyres they got, and just minimise losing potential grip and wear in controlling tyre
Just to
temps.
point out as well, before we get on as well, there's a couple of drivers to watch out for. Obviously, surprisingly, Blizzard's down from the lads. Mayes has matched within a couple of tenths of Blizzard's time. Also, 2 places behind Placer. Placer is a guy who now who likes the variety of getting into a classic car every now and then, and he likes trying to enjoys driving them. So watch out for him kicking his way through the field when he gets the chances as well.
Oh, exactly. Now everyone's like literally now lining up for the grid
So,
for the classic event in Silverstone.
so we have 3, 4, 5 red lights.
Ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me.
Lights out, and we are go. And VSR Lambo gets a great start, and Paul gets an excellent drive ahead of Squeezy. And Squeezy has fallen 2 places. He's lost out the Blizzard as well. We have Mays all over the back of him now. And Blizzard and Squeezy battling as well, and so is Paul and Lambo. And someone running wide in the back there.
Blizzard, they got off wide. Blizzard got off well wide.
We're all still there, got through the first couple of corners cleanly. We're all still battling each other. A few cars running wide in the background there, but it's lap 1, it's cold tyre, so we let them away with it.
Indeed. Oh, this is obviously yellow flags. That'll be from restricting Williams out there. But back into proper for you now, so if you're all happy days now. Normal service and now resumes. But here we go. Lambo here, starting to be under pressure here from Poe, heading down towards the cops. Obviously not an overtaking spot here, so Poe just had to hang back just for now. But again, going a little bit wide like he's been doing in quali, but he's getting a right good toe from Lambo. He's going for the move down in Baggots. No, he's just got to hang on there for a minute. Not really an overtaking spot for here unless you got it down for certain. But heading down towards the old hang straight now between Lambo and Poe. Poe lining them up. Where's he going to go, down the left or down the right? Is he going to make the move? He's going to go down the right. Take the inside line for Stowe. Has he got it covered? Lambo there hanging around the outside here. He's hanging on for dear life. He's got Poe still on his right here. It's very, very close here. But I think Poe just backed out of here and Lambo takes back P1 from Poe. Meanwhile though, there is...
Squeezy breaking the move on Dave there.
It is indeed.
Squeezy. Down the inside.
Nicely done there for Squeezy. Goes up wide. Dave's still there, watching on into turn 1.
Interestingly, Blizzard was very wide out of the last corner there as well, just ahead of him. I noticed at the end of that one, VSR Francis up 6 places, which is 4th place. So, biggest loser so far is Squeezy, unfortunately down 4 places.
It's all early days though, Alan. You got literally another 24 laps to go yet, and there is an overtake going on with, I believe, is that Blizzard and Maze having a battle here, and obviously there's a battle up ahead as well. There's multiple battles here, trying to keep an eye on with Blizzard and Maze. Maze hanging on for dear life here against Blizzard. Blizzard there getting an overtake done. Is he getting through done? Woodcut here. Yeah, Francis and Poe. Indeed, got him in the shot. There's a three-way battle here now. There's obviously Squeezy here. He's also in part of this three-way battle as well. Blizzard there gets the move done anyway. And Squeezy there also covering off Maze as well. So Blizzard up into 4th, Squeezy in 5th, Maze down in 6th. While that all was going on, Poe and Francis as well. Oh, and that's Poe there making a mistake there. Round on the exit of Chapel. Now that's going to cost him speed and time down the straight. May put him a bit under pressure from Blizzard. But
Squeezy's right behind as well. They've got a bit of a train there behind Poe now. Lambo's pulled a nice gap for himself early here.
Oh, and it is going to be a literally long train battle here for P3. Poe being in the front of the train. Lambo at the moment is making a nice gap there on Francis. 2 seconds clear, and Lambo setting the fastest lap at 1:39.2. Good lap time so far.
Full field laps on board.
Oh, indeed. It's all very, very tight here from P3 down to at least P7, Alan.
Yeah, just trying to work out the time from P2 down to P7 is separated by about 2 to 2.5 seconds, so it's tight here. Closest the gap we have at the moment is Squeezy to the back of Blizzard as well, and it's just evened out there now. Blizzard the same distance now, 3/10 off the back of Poe, so they're all running nose to tail here at the minute. Plaster and Dave M and Z3 have dropped off a little bit, possibly maybe to get a bit of just a...
Oh, and that is Blizzard there making a mistake, and Squeezy there is taking full advantage of it around the outside of Woodcut here, so Squeezy there...
Very opportunistic move for Squeezy.
Indeed, so Squeezy there getting the move down on Blizzard, although Blizzard's not giving up. He wants that place back. He knows that mistake's cost him dearly. He's just got to settle and wait around after Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel and see if he can make a move down the straight. But at the moment, Squeezy there doing really well to recover himself from the start he had.
Squeezy slipped the grass there coming out of Chapel.
Oh, indeed, you can look, Blizzard there lining up ready. Is he going for it? Is he going? He's going down the inside. Squeezy's just got to hang around the outside. Can he hang it on over there, like? And looks. No, they're still side by side. Still there. Still there. Going into club. Squeezy there gets the high ground and he covers off the inside for the second part. So Squeezy there, literally hanging on for dear life, knowing that
Blizzard. This is avoiding Maze up onto the back of them as well, this battle.
Oh, indeed. This is helping out Maze to retreat here. If Maze can just stick behind these lot and see what happens. If anyone makes a mistake, he can capitalise on it, like Squeezy did on Blizzard. So, but no, I do love the classic events.
enjoy watching them. I'm not too much of a fan of driving in them, but
It just takes them all out of the comfort zone and give them a right old challenge here, and especially in these spec cars, knowing that they have got like active suspension on them. So, I'll say the different feel to it is on a modern day era of an F1 car. It's completely different.
they are completely different to it.
So it's like full brunt engines, no electrical equipment, so obviously apart from these Williams we got is acting out with the active suspension. And everything else is all down to pure horsepower.
And the Z3 going wide at the back there through Stowe, closing up on the back of the plaster through Martin Beckett's now here at the moment.
He is indeed, he's right on the back on it. Oh,
he's got a bit sideways.
Yeah, C3 not having a good time there, especially through Maggots and Beckers in Chapel. Meanwhile, though,
this time on higher.
turning attentions towards the front here, Al. Lambo versus Francis.
Francis was caught up fairly quickly with Lambo. Lambo pulled himself out a 2-second gap in the first 2 laps, and Francis has closed that back in rapidly.
Yes, he has, and he set a fastest lap time for it as well to top it off. So,
Squeezy picks up himself a time penalty bottom there.
Oh, indeed. So Francis then right on the back of Lambo. Lambo did have the buffer to 2 seconds, but that's got heavily caught up here by Francis.
And Z3 is closed right back up on the back of Crossway again now as well.
Indeed, on board now with C3. Great camera angle I got on the side, left rear sideboard.
Yeah, I'm on the same camera angle as it. He's trying to talk to the slipstream.
But at the moment, no. C3 is just a little bit too back.
Just a bit too far back. He's going to try close up along the old start finish straight here and maybe try and get him out of Chapel onto the...
So I'm just switching on to Battle for P4. Squeezy versus Blizzard again. This time Blizzard trying to go for move, getting it done within Maggers and Beckett's. Yes, he has. He's got the move down there. So
Squeezy actually on pole.
Oh, Squeezy, sorry, on pole. So my bad. Oh, so
another great move by Squeezy, and here's Blizzard behind Paul now as well. So has Paul made a mistake out of Chapel there as well to a little Blizzard?
Maybe. Poe's starting to struggle. Oh, when they make contact there, but they still keep going in the right direction. Still keep going in the right direction.
I think Blizzard has that move there and has that
Indeed.
now.
Although Poe's still coming back, he's still there. Poe's going to put it down the inside. Blizzard will have the high ground for the next part. Can Poe get the switchback? Poe's going for the switchback. Oh, is he going for it? He's hanging. He's hanging on for dear life here. But Blizzard goes wide. Oh, Blizzard there hangs on there, but obviously taking wide though. Bit questionable there on that one. But Blizzard for now takes P4 from Poe.
Sure, the game has given him a warning there anyway, so from a couple of times I've seen Blizzard running wide out there, I'd say he's not too far off that penalty.
Maybe Blizzard there just struggling just to set in just a little bit. Meanwhile though, C3 and Plaster at the back here. Ooh,
having a good battle.
Indeed, Plaster there still hangs on.
C3 picks himself up at the point penalty. Interestingly, Myers in 6th is very well placed at the moment considering the cars they're driving on, the track they're on. I would expect the guys ahead of him maybe to have maybe 6 to 9 seconds worth of penalties each, so Mays is still in a fairly good position on where he's sitting.
He is indeed. Mays is always Mr. Consistent. Lambo Francis
doesn't pick up penalties as much as other drivers from our league races. So.
Mays always been Mr. Consistent. Keeps himself out of trouble and, comes home with the points. Meanwhile though, switching on to the battle up the front here. Lambo versus Francis again, this time down the hanger straight. And where is Francis going to go? He's going to go down the inside. Can he make it stick? Yes, he does for now. Can Lambo, though? Is he going to come back at him? He's looking for it. He's trying to find a move. He's going down to do it in club. Yes, he is. He's going to lunge down into club. But Francis gets a high ground for the next part. Now going into Vale. And Francis there takes P1 away from Lambo. Although Lambo will not give up. He's still going for it. He's still going to try. He's chased down Francis and try and regain that P1 he earned. But they've got to be careful though, the more they keep squabbling, this will invite Squeezy, who's in there, to close right up to these two.
Yeah, and Z3 is still on the back of Plaster at the back as well, trying to make him off. And just on board with Z3 here. He seems just on the straights to close up and Plaster seems to be getting a better drive out of the corners than him at the moment.
Indeed. Plaster there still maintaining himself there, not feeling pressured from C3 whatsoever. So, and also Plaster did say, indeed, obviously Plaster did say to us like he loves these classic car events. It feels like his own element, and he's definitely proven himself. He's proven himself that he's not feeling pressured at all, especially from C3 behind him.
First chance of the night to look in the stream chat as well. Good evening, Stuart, or TTG Nation.
Hello there, Weed. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far there, buddy.
And hurry up and get back on track with us.
Yes, come back, mate. Come back. Everyone's missed you, buddy. We want you back on track.
So Francis has got by Lambo now. First. You missed that one.
Indeed. So obviously, we've got the Francis and Lambo on.
Three tenths off the back of Plaster now.
Yeah, definitely watching in on this. Definitely watching in C3. He's looking very eager there. Plaster goes a little bit wide round Stoke, and this is inviting C3 to go for a move. He's going to go down the inside. Can he make it stick? Plaster there sees him, knows he's there. Can Plaster get it back? He's hanging on. Ooh, very close there. Plaster there had to really back out of there, knowing that if he did carry it on, but it cost a little bit of tap.
Plaster's going to come back for something.
Yeah, he's not giving up now. Plaster, they will know that he's quicker than C3. C3 goes on wide at turn 1. And he's struggling. Plaster's going for it. Going around the outside, hanging around the outside there, Plaster, and he's going for the inside. Oh, this is looking very good for Plaster. What a lovely overtake there from Plaster.
That was a lovely move from Plaster.
Although C3's coming back.
The inside line down onto the straight.
Down onto the Wellington straight now. C3's going for it again. This time go down the inside. He's going to get dumped by Brooklands. Plaster sees him again. Plaster hanging around the outside. Can he make it covered for the inside for Lovefields? Still side by side. Plaster there keeping a tight line. C3 going off wide, getting the optimal line as much as he can. Can he hang around the outside? C3 still there. Down in his woodcut. Still side by side. Plaster there hangs on. Although C3 now switches for the inside. Can he get it done by Cops? No, he just has to back out for now. Although he's going for it, it's half-hearted. Plaster not very confident around there, and he takes P9 from P8, sorry, from Plaster. So
that's some excellent side by side driving from the two guys there. Excellent battling. Lambo's driving back in on Francis at the front again.
Indeed.
So on lap 9, still quick run through the field. A few gaps have opened up now. So we have VSR Francis in the lead, VSR Lambo in second, TTG Squeezy third, VSR Blizzard fourth, TTG Paul 5th, TTG Maze in 6th, Dave M in 7th, TTG Z3 in 8th, and TTG Placer in 9th. And the only retirement from the race is
me. Only because it's
spectator before the race.
Yeah, no, I hit spectator. I think I accidentally, when I meant to move my controller, I accidentally probably hit the X button, which cancelled out spectator mode. So practically, we actually got 9 actual runners. I'm just there, it's just on the side. Still though. So
we have had no retirements from this race so far, which is quite good.
Indeed. So just ignore my 10th place spot there. Meanwhile though, turning back to the action, Francis and Lambo. This time Lambo looks a bit more quicker than Francis, so maybe Lambo was probably just biding his time on his pace and waiting for his right moment. Oh, Francis there, he's had a bit of a wobble coming out of Chapel. And but keeps it going in one place though, but he's lost the position there to Lambo, and Lambo's there been gifted. Lambo's
got a second and a half gap over 2 there.
Yeah, Francis there with a bit of a back end, literally losing out on the exit of Chapel, and obviously went into the grass, but luckily controlled it and kept it out of the wall and got himself back on. But this won't do Francis any good. It'll take a little while just to get it back up to full spec and grass off tyres. So Francis then now just had to keep his head down and regain that gap that he had on Lambo.
So we're coming to the stage of the race as well now, Steph, where drivers are going to be thinking, and the AC Plaster dives in as the first man into the pits.
Indeed.
So drivers are going to be thinking now whether they could come in, they put fresh tyres on to go, to get the grip and go, aggressive again, or are they going to stay out and go to the end on this?
Indeed, it is an interesting one, although I'm pretty sure the drivers there will be trying to go out as much as possible without pitting. But Plaster here making the first pit stop then of the night. Maybe just to probably go for more durable gap on his tyre life, and pretty sure he wants now to the end.
It could be also if Plaster's expecting, as I did, that the game's telling the drivers to pit, the game would tell them to pit at maybe halfway point of the race, which would be not put in. So Plaster could be thinking to himself there, well, okay, Z3's pulled maybe a second away from me on the road. Here's a chance to maybe undercut him.
Indeed. So, keep an eye on Plaster, see if he can see if C3 pits in.
Right back in, and you're not too far wrong, Steph. It's about 20 seconds for just under 20 seconds for the pit stop as well.
Indeed, so not bad pit stop there from the old classic mechanics. Meanwhile though, Blizzard then closing in on the back of Squeezy.
And Francis is closing back up on Lambo again as well, so we could be in for a couple of battles here shortly.
Oh indeed, at the moment, obviously Francis there, pumping in lap times again, 138.3 is his fastest lap time this time round. But currently watching on Blizzard and Squeezy. And Blizzard then, normally he'll be like out the front or trying to storm away, but in these spec of cars, proving a little bit of a challenge for him this time round. And not been totally confident so far in his car. He's been good off like ride like a couple of few times here and there, but he's now getting his head back down and catching up to Squeezy. Well, the gap's about what? About at least 6 to 7 tenths. So we'll be getting a dirty air effect at least, but at least the toe will be strong.
And as you can see going through the shot there, and Francis and Lambo knows the tail ahead as well.
Indeed. So you got two battles there, pretty much maybe able to get them in two shots here, in one shot, especially down the back straight. But watching on with Lambo Francis then, see what this happens first. And I'll see once we get the great camera angle in a minute.
Catch just the grass on the way out of Chapel.
Ooh, that's not going to help Blizzard any favours at all whatsoever. Francis there, still not that close enough yet to attack Lambo, although he does go right on the exit stay. That ain't going to help him any favours whatsoever. And now we're just losing a bit more time, which he didn't want. Meanwhile though, oh hello, we got Poe into the pits as well, so Poe's the next person into the pits. So
I suspected there will be, a lot of them will probably do one pit stop.
Yeah, they maybe they decided to probably make a pit stop and go further. Oh, Dave M's in. Dave's in as well. Oh, so his Plaster triggered something. His Plaster triggered an early pit stop. Maybe forcing some of the guys around to think, maybe go for pit stop.
The FC3 goes by the two guys, so we'll see how far behind Plaster is now as they get in the pits.
Indeed. At the moment though, Francis is starting to be all over the back of Lambo though. Lambo's starting to feel a little bit of pressure there from Francis. Only just 3 tenths away. And obviously a little bit of cloud cover at the moment, so that'll just cool down the temps just a little bit, but still remaining dry. Although Francis is right on the back here. He's right on the back here of Lambo. Lambo there, a little bit back end once came out there, a little bit corrected it. Not the ideal line for around Chapel at least. But now Francis here, he's looking for a move. Where's he going to go this time? He's going to go down left or is he going to go down the right? He's going to go down the left. He's going to try and make the move around the outside of state on Lambo. Can he pull off the move in the same car as Nigel Maritza did around that corner? Still hanging around side by side, not at the moment. Although Francis there gets ahead of Lambo.
Francis did roll a bit wide off Stowe.
Indeed. Although Squeezy and Blizzard are both in the pits whilst the battle here for P1 still ongoing. And also Maze is in the pits as well. So Francis and Lambo don't. First and second still duelling. All for the place to be on the top spot of the podium. There's the yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, that's C3. He's lost it into pit lane. He's lost it into the pit lane. Oh, yeah. Lucky there for C3. He's lost it into the pit lane. That is very unfortunate. don't know how he lost it. Maybe gone off wide on the exit at Stowe, but that is very unfortunate there for C3 being the first retirement. That is unfortunate.
Only retirement so far, C3.
Oh, that is unfortunate there for C3. Very unfortunate just to lose your car around that particular corner. Although that will promote Plaster up into P8. So...
Yep, that's what I say, thank you very much.
Indeed. Although you probably was willing to have a good fight there with C3, especially if he made a pit stop. But still though, Francis and Lambo.
No, Plaster was looking forward to the battle anyway.
Indeed. Lambo this time going for a move, and Francis. Francis weaving, making 2 moves already. Cannot make any more moves. He's got to defend his line, trying to break the toe, but Lambo they're still attacking. Francis is going to avoid again. Well, Francis has gone into the pits this time. So Francis then thinking, okay, I'll make a pit stop and try to see if I can outdo Lambo.
Francis was very wide around Stowe.
Maybe it's just an aggressive setup of his car, maybe. A little bit on the back end, happy side. But still though, Lambo there is in the lead for now. Will he make a pit stop at the end of his lap?
Squeezy here. Did that little light from Francis allow Squeezy an undercut here?
Well, Francis here is just literally leaving his box now. Where is Squeezy? Squeezy's coming around Vale.
Coming around the final corner.
Francis there getting close to the line. This is going to be tight.
Very wide off behind Squeezy there.
There goes Squeezy's jumped Francis. And also Blizzard as well.
Blizzard as well, so Francis's mistake is cost him 2 places, and Poe is not far behind now either.
No, indeed. So they've Francis then hanged out a little bit longer, and cost him a couple of positions here to the guys who's behind on fresher set boots.
And I think Lambo here might possibly be in a battle for second and third with Blizzard when he comes out of pits.
It'll be very, very tight here. Very, very tight. Lambo puts in a good lap in pits as well. It'll be interesting to see what he can do. But at the moment though, Blizzard is chasing down Squeezy. Although Squeezy is starting to pull off away a little bit.
Lambo doesn't pit, so Lambo keeps going here. So Lambo could be the one driver that's trying to do the same thing, Steph, and staying out on the one side of tires. And you look at the gap, Squeezy's taking about a second a lap out of him. 27 seconds, he hasn't got enough laps to do it, so
wow.
Unless Lambo's tires drop majorly, he's in a good place here.
Yeah, Lambo at the moment with a nice buffer behind him. Tempting to maybe do a non-stop. If he does pull it off, it would be an amazing achievement for him. But obviously the guys behind on the fresher set boots, obviously it's lost a bit of time.
Everyone else has pitted, so.
There's Squeezy there pumping in the fastest lap time already, so obviously Squeezy's getting the pace and lighting them up already. Is he trying to chase down Lambo at a more quicker rate?
Lambo has to stay out now. I think he's gone too far. He could even lose down to 5th place now to Power if he pits now. And lose with the guys in the new boots back in and behind him, so he should have maybe, I think, went lap maybe 14, 13, 14. I think he has to try to stay out now. Yeah,
like I probably had to agree with that, Al. Lambo's got to literally hang it out now. He had a couple of laps window in order to see if he can put in tyres, but he's just going to stay out now and just hang it out as much as he can. He's got a good gap to him, all the while the Blizzard there goes off wide at Cops and pays the price for it. So, yeah, Lambo though will just have to... Oh, and Lambo's in the pits and he's picked up a penalty for it as well. A 5-second stop go, that ain't going to do him whatsoever.
Picks up a time penalty as well, so... Again, as I said, I still haven't seen a penalty come from Myers, so Myers is still in an excellent position here with the penalties to go ahead of picking up.
It is indeed. About if a potential P1 then between Squeezy and Blizzard. Blizzard are right on the back of Squeezy.
And they should be just about to pass Lambo now.
Indeed, whereas Lambo's heading down towards the exit of the pit lane. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I've actually now gone live into the actual game stream. That's not a good idea. I've just got to wait for Alan there to get me back in the party ASAP. Meanwhile, though. Oh dear. Quickly set another one up quick and I'll quickly join you. Meanwhile, though. Francis and Lambo. Lambo now into P4 because of all this. Squeezy and Blizzard then up into P1, P2. Although still ongoing at the moment. Blizzard is trying to tack on Squeezy. This is from net to P1 here. As it stands at the moment, Blizzard there goes up a little bit wide. But at the moment, right on the back here with Squeezy. Squeezy still hanging on for dear life as much as he can. So obviously through this section he's lucky there ain't no overtaking spots. But now heading down towards Chapel and down the hangar straight. And, oh, quick said right in a minute, but Blizzard there going on the move on Squeezy. He's going to hang around the outside. Can he pull off the move around the outside? No, he doesn't for now. He just got to hang on for a minute. He's though doing a switchback. Blizzard then going around the outside this time, but just has to still keep behind Squeezy. Squeezy's not giving him any room or quarter whatsoever in fair respect in racing terms, so Squeezy is keeping Blizzard behind him. Now I'm going to quickly jump into the party with Alan quickly and we carry on from normal. Right, there we go. Crisis averted and sorted.
Phantom party problems. PlayStation's haven't been having these a lot lately.
Indeed. So at the moment, Squeezy and Blizzard are having a good old ding dong, and also a little bit of contact here as well. But Blizzard is now literally still has to maintain P2. This is helping Francis out to retreat, bringing this into play as well. So we have a three-way battle, maybe a potential four-way battle. So Blizzard get right on the back of that rear ring of Squeezy, literally pushing him. Lambo then will...
Before of these guys start battling, it's going to draw Paul and Mays behind him into the Miguel and Dave is still there as well. So.
Well, you never know, he might even bring the full field closer, that'd be even better.
Yeah, would be nice, alright.
Oh, indeed.
I'd say Plaster now at the moment is hoping for a safety car.
Yes, he is. He won't be wrong with that one. But Blizzard then, another round two then, down the hangar straight. He's going to go this time. Indeed. Blizzard though, going for the move on Squeezy. He's going to go around the outside though. No, he's just still got to hang on behind again. Although he's getting right over close and I've got a good camera angle. He's going down the outside again. This time around Club. Squeeze there. All he's going to do for a switchback. He's going for a switchback. Double switchback now. Can he hang around for Vale on the inside? It is for now. Yes, it's Squeezy off wide and Squeezy still hangs on in position. No, they just brings in Francis into retreat. Going round side by side in turn one. This is not going to look promising. What's it going to look like coming over the rail? It's not too bad. Not too bad. Blizzard there still hangs out front. Although Francis then takes it. Going off wide. Which Blizzard will have it back. Although Francis still keeping on the inside. Blizzard then having a battle there with Squeezy then. Nearly cost him P2. Although he looks like he's starting to struggle there a little bit. Francis there looking very eager to get past Blizzard. Heading down into Brooklyn's now in the inside. Francis then takes P2 off Blizzard. Blizzard still hanging back though, coming around the outside of Luffield. Lambo's coming in as well. This is amazing. This is amazing. Francis there getting a brilliant exit out of Luffield. Attacking the and there's contact and there's contact with Squeezy. But they're still all pointing in the main range. Still down straight there. Yes, that was very literally heart and mouth moment. But Lambo being the biggest winner out of that, claimed up 3 positions. Indeed, but I was very lucky there for Squeezy and Blizzard and Francis as well. Literally not all to be doing there from that point. Lambo though, Lambo's gone. Lambo's gone. Damage, lost it on the exit of Chapel and damaged his front wing. Posed out up into P4. So Lambo's got a damaged wing.
Francis, Squeezy and Blizzard still battling up at the front though.
Indeed.
Still forward stall there.
It is indeed. Going into the pits. Going into the pits. Francis being another 5-second stop, going to top it off. Oh, I see. They're all going to be into the pits. Lambo will be the biggest loser because he's got to have a front wing change.
But you know what? With Plaster just keeps his head down, tips along here. He is in a wonderful position now. They're going to drop 30 seconds back towards him with the pit
Indeed.
stops.
Take this out, Alan. Take this out, Alan.
Look at
Maze,
this, as I
Maze,
said to you, Maze
is that been
now in
P1?
first place. Yeah, as I said to you, Maze drove the race perfectly there, and he didn't burn out his tyres. He kept it clean, he didn't pick up penalties, and obviously now car damage that the lads have got from battling with each other as well. So Maze just keeps his head down here now, and this is an excellent result for Maze.
It is indeed. So obviously the Maze up in P1, Dave in P2. Poe though comes out in P3 and all the pit stops. Poe has come out in P3.
Poe has benefited great behind there.
Yes, he has. Meanwhile though, this freeway battle going on is still ongoing. Coming out of the pit lane, Francis, Blizzard and Squeezy. But at the moment though, Francis there.
Plaster is right up on the back of Lambo now as well.
Indeed. And they're both weaving there. Squeezy, they're literally weaving so far multiple times there. Don't know why, but not when you got a car behind you there. And obviously Francis there coming up into P4. Although contact then been made with Squeezy, and Squeezy's gone off. So obviously Squeezy forced Francis off, and obviously made contact, and obviously Squeezy there paying the price of that. Francis and Blizzard still going side by side. Can he get the move done by Corpse? It's still going and still maintaining. Francis then up into P4.
Give up. Blizzard will come back at him.
Indeed, Blizzard will not give up. Getting right on the back of that wheel ring of Francis. But the thing is, they got a bit of a gap. Although they're still side by side in Chapel. Side by side in Chapel. Now down the hanger straight. Although Blizzard slots back in again. Where is Blizzard going to go this time? He's going to round the outside. Francis still hangs on. He's going around the outside though. Is he going to make a stick? Goes off wide. So Blizzard goes off wide there. That's not going to do his tyres any good whatsoever.
The front wing of Francis's car there with a great camera angle. So.
Indeed. Although they are coming up to a back marker. I think that might be Plaster, if I remember. It might be.
No, that should be VSR Francis ahead of them racing. The Plaster is on the back of Lambo on the lead lap, so no, there's no...
Well, at the moment, I've got Francis. I'm on board with Francis, and there is another Williams in front. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is Poe. That is Poe. Yeah, my bad. I have a mental block.
As I said to you, the gap with Maze and Dave now.
Yeah.
29 seconds from Dave down to Poe, so the guys just keep their heads down, keep them nice and tidy, and that's a 1-2 finish for the lads.
Indeed.
And Plaster, even as we see, he's 5 seconds off the back of Lambo, but he's probably only about 8 seconds off Poe. A lot of these have 5 second time penalties plus 3 second time penalties as well, so Plaster could still get third place out of this.
Oh yes indeed. Although Francis on the back of Poe, obviously under pressure from Blizzard, so Francis then is in the middle. He's going to make this move stick, otherwise he'll be under a huge amount of a threat from the car behind. All very close there from Francis and Poe, but Poe still hangs on, although Blizzard then will be slowing up a double toe out of this. Obviously now Francis lost out a bit of time there. He was just bringing Blizzard right behind. Yeah, we're going 3 wide down the hanger straight. We're looking at it going in stone, not 3 wide in stone, that's not what I do. Although staying around that side by side. Oh, there's contact! That is contact there.
Contact in the background as well.
Indeed. So it is. It's literally a massive train now. This is a massive train from I think P3 down. And they're all just now for a position. Francis being in the front of the train, 3 wide down the main straight. This is unbearable. Now they go 3 wide in turn 1, turn 2. This is going to be ended in tears. This is going to be
perfectly into Plaster's hands here.
Indeed. This is playing into Plaster's hands. Oh, again. Oh, doing all bumper cars here. This is unbelievable.
Contact again. Oh.
There's one minute been non-contact spot and they're still dicing it out. So battle from P3.
Blanket over all 5 cars there.
And they're all down the relative straight.
This is great battle and they're keeping it clean. Fair play to them, lads.
They are great, tremendous respect from everyone there in that battle so far. Perfect to watch. Francis there at the moment maintains the front of the tree. Blizzard then takes over as the leading train out of this lot. So Blizzard then up into P3, although under threat from the cars behind in particular. Francis there trying to look down the inside into Cops. And he's going for it and side by side going through Cops as well. Yeah, how the hell are they not making contact? It's unbelievable. This is absolutely amazing.
Dave and Mays are pulling out away from him as well. And it was 29 seconds, lap and a half ago, so they pulled out 4 seconds away from him as well with his battling.
This could be really good for Mason. This is going to be his actual first race victory.
Yeah, there's a trophy to go with it as well. On
yes.
To the honours list.
Mays will be looking forward to this. Meanwhile though, Blizzard and Francis still battling out between them. Yeah, more other battles behind as well with Poe, Lambo and Squeezy, all in one shot, all making overtaking moves. Although, looking at the front of the train at the moment, Blizzard and Francis still side by side. Blizzard then still being P3. All battling out for the last spot on the podium. Again, side by side through turn 1 is unbelievable. Again, only... Lambo there. Lambo made a move, but he's lost a couple of places. He's losing a couple of places from that. I think that move has probably cost him a little. But still. And he goes to forced off wide as well by Squeezy, so Lambo's slotting back a bit more further back now. Again, Francis Egg leading the train so far. Still side by side through this as well. Lambo still going up the inside of Blizzard. Again, losing out a bit more. Maybe could take him too far of a title line. So Lambo at the back of the train. Francis in the front.
Oh, Francis shoots off and he's lost it.
Oh, no, was that Francis?
No! He's caught the car before he hit the wall. Nice catch, Francis. He's got a lot of work to do to catch back.
Indeed, and that's plaster there. That's plaster. It's plaster.
Here comes Mr. Plaster in the background.
Yes, plaster here.
Watch out for this man. He is clean like Miles. The two of them have driven the race very well, and Kepler knows his team, penalties low, and it's going to benefit both in the end.
Oh, Blizzard and Poe side by side jostling. I think actually they're probably slowing down, waiting for Francis. I think they're probably just doing like a respecting salute just to get Francis back up, maybe. Fair enough from the two guys.
It's nice to see, especially in a race like this where the guys know that Miles and Dave are people ahead to catch now, and they're racing for the fun of racing and the enjoyment of racing, so why not have the 5 of them instead of just 4 of them?
Exactly.
Placer is right on the back of them now again there. He's got close that gap up to all of them by about 3 or 4 seconds there.
So the top 3 could be very, very interesting. Oh, and there's a front wing damage there from one of them.
Some front wing flying off there as well, yeah.
He's made contact, or they throw there. Oh, someone's making a dive bomb.
Oh, 2 of them have gone off to the left there. I'm on the backside.
I think that was Poe. I think that was Poe and Francis there. I think one of them dive bombed, and then we caught it on straight, but I don't know which one it was.
But giving side pod videos from this, so I don't want side pod.
Oh,
there's that around in the background.
And that's Francis. That's Francis pointing in the wrong direction. Plaster then goes up in the P7, taking advantage out of this whatsoever. So Francis then right at the back of the pack now.
Overheating the tyres, battling like this, and there's a contact on the back of the car there again between Lambo and Blizzard.
Plaster then is catching up.
3 wide around the All-Star finish straight.
Oh, this is going to be in tears, going around cops. Do not be 3 wide right here, guys. They're going for it, but they ended up going 3 wide now, heading on towards Maggots and Beckett's. Now this is even more worse for Tears. The other flag is sector 2. Francis then retires the car then. Oh, and there's contact there with Blizzard and Lambo around Maggots and Beckett's side by side.
Paul trying to sneak up the inside there as well after that contact.
Indeed so. Squeezy then still in P3. And they're all going for battling there. Don't go full wide. Don't go full wide, please. We don't want any heart attacks. Go around Stowe. Side by side. They're still maintaining the gap as well. Again, keeping each other room. Lambo then takes P3 for now, although under threat by Blizzard again. Blizzard then trying to catch back into free, get through on Lambo. But Lambo then maintains position then and takes P3 for now with 2 laps left, Alan. We're heading into 2 laps left.
The class. It's exciting final 2 laps.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Dave is starting to close up on Miles there, so we could have a battle for P1 on the final lap on our hands here as well.
Indeed. So oh, Blizzard then making a mistake. Lambert making a mistake, sorry. And Blizzard then takes P3 back. So Lambert then making a mistake and it's just costing P3 to Blizzard. Although this battle is going to repeat itself, going on and on and on, and it is again going down into Brooklands. Yeah. Blizzard then still maintaining P3. Lambo on the inside. Lambo then drifting out back in, coming out a little bit. Lambo's losing it. Lambo's lost it. Lambo's lost it. Lambo's around, so Lambo's down into P6. Plaster then picks up another place as well.
It's another place capitalised for Plaster.
Although now it's Blizzard and Poe this time round. Blizzard then goes up wide there, nearly collected up Poe, making contact here. They're making contact here. Going through Maggots, now into Beckett's itself. Again, Squeezy there watching this all unfolding, although he's right in the thick of it as well, so he's got to be careful of himself. We're on lap 25, the lane leader's on lap 25 at the moment, but Poe and Squeezy.
He's got
hanging straight. On their main hanger straight. Heading down into Stowe. Blizzard then hangs around the outside and takes P3. Although Poe they're nearly losing the back end again, so again these guys, like you said Alan, starting to overheat a little bit more.
Yeah, starting to overheat their tyres I think from the bottom.
But they're on lap 25 as Poe there goes off wide again on the exit of the last corner. Squeezy and Blizzard there. Oh, runners contact 3, make contact 10-1. Blizzard, Poe and Squeezy. Blizzard, Poe and Squeezy. Oh, going 3 into 1 doesn't go. And Plaster takes full advantage out of all that incidents that's going on into turn 1 involving Squeezy, Poe and Blizzard. Literally, Plaster carrying takes the position. It's up into P3.
I don't think that would be the end of the battle either. I'm not too sure.
No.
Lambo's on the back of Plaster, so we'll probably have a go at him alright, but I think the lads are close back in and have a battle with each other. I don't think they'd be too worried about catching Plaster.
Yeah, Plaster then up into P3. He wouldn't even thought of it.
Onto the final lap of the race. It's been an excellent show from him so far. Keep your head down, one more lap.
He has indeed. He's had a quiet race.
Stands on that top step.
He is. He's had a quiet race, and a very good race as well, keeping himself out of trouble. He is being pursued by Dave though. Still, you see how much he can close out as much as possible. But still though, Lambo though, trying to tack on Plaster. I think Lambo's just struggling with his tyres. I think Lambo's struggling with his tyres.
There's a bit of four-wheel drifting out of Chapel there from Lambo.
I think these guys are just overheating the tyres just a little bit too much. But Lambert again goes off wide on the exit of Stowe. Still behind Plaster though. P3 still up for grabs. But coming around to the last lap for them.
Lambo served one of his 5-second stop goals, but he still has another one to be added, so Lambo would have to definitely at least pass and clear Plaster by 5 seconds, which I don't think is going to happen, as Myers comes through Maggots and Beckett's on the final lap now, so keep an eye on them as they come towards them.
In this indeed, I've got the cameras panned on to a race leader coming down the hanger straight for the one last time.
Dave in the background.
He's got, indeed,
not enough to catch him.
No, indeed.
It's been a great race as well by Dave. Again, like Myers, he's kept the head down, kept it clean, and the one stop has, as you can see, helped all three in the podium.
Indeed. Here we go then. Mays coming around the last couple of corners. He would never not expecting this. And he wins the Classic Cup in Silverstone.
Is Mays.
And Mays there takes P1, then Dave takes P2.
P2.
Great driving for them too. Now the question is P3. P3 Plaster. He's still there around half around the track at the moment. He's just got to keep it pointed in the right corners. Meanwhile though, there is battles in the background as well, with the likes of Squeezy and Blizzard still going on for constantly many laps as well. So massive ding dong battle here whatsoever, again making contact again. But meanwhile though, whilst they're still just out of position, Plaster coming from the back, keeping his head down, enjoying these classic cars races so much. It's rewarded him a potential podium here, and it will take P3 for Plaster there. So great job there from Plaster then. Now P4. Poe's retired. Poe's retired.
Poe's retired, and Lambo decides to do some donuts before he crosses the line.
Indeed, so Lambo do donuts. And that's just giving him the gifted position. It's great. It's crazy and Blizzard they're getting position, but meanwhile though, Mays is your winner of the Classic Cup Grand Prix around Silverstone. So then your top three: Plaster in P3, Dave in P2, but your race winner is Mays. Wow, Alan, What a race!
It was an excellent race, and tried to pick a driver of the day. Do you pick one of the guys with battling who are keeping it tight and the battling they done? For me, it has to be the man who finished in first place.
Indeed, I have to
I said it
agree.
to you with a starting position in sixth, and I'll come back to that in a second. I'll go through, as Kieran says, the unofficial official race results.
Do you take it later
And
now?
your winner and champion of the Classic Cup is Myers, TTG Myers. Second place goes to Dave M. Third, TTG Plaster. Fourth, VSR Lambo. Fifth to TTG Squeezy. And sixth, VSR Blizzard. And then, unfortunately, we had the DNFs of TTG Paul, VSR Francis, and TTG Z3.
Indeed.
So, three DNFs, which is not too bad for classic cars, but going back to driver of the day, yeah, Manis be my driver of the day. He drove that race perfectly, kept his head down, kept it clean, didn't pick up penalties, didn't get involved in silly battles and pick up damage, and was able to make the one stop up as well. I thought someone might have tried to maybe make the no stop up, but obviously it might not be possible when we consider the lads did two stop and were still struggling at the end. So.
Oh, indeed. What an amazing race day. I had to agree with you, Adam, with the driver of the day. I would have given it to Maze, like, keeping his head down, knowing that the battles around him are going to be, like, tough ahead, but he kept his nose clean, kept out of troubles, not even picking up a penalty either.
No,
so keeping Mr. consistent, so good job there for Maze, our driver of the day, courtesy of me now.
Yeah. Andy also wins the aptly named by Kieran Andy Campbell Award for no penalties.
Oh my god.
Naughty Andy, if you're watching. This is usually your seat on the Thursday, so I thought I'd give play homage.
Oh indeed. I bet Kieran and Andy would be like loving to be in this box where we've been tonight, like literally non-stop action.
I see a few people scratching their head as well, thinking that Steph and Alan are usually on the track. It's usually Kieran and Andy in the box. So
yes.
don't worry, we will be back on track on Tuesday, and Kieran will be back, and hopefully Andy will be back with him on.
Oh, indeed. So, obviously, Maze, then congratulations if you can hear us. Congratulations, you're our driver of the day in our Classic Cup.
Congratulations on the excellent drive and victory.
Indeed. So then, going through the race timetables throughout the rest of the week, looping up to current day. So then tomorrow then in the box with me, and we are going to be live for the TTFL in Japan. So I hope you can join us join me tomorrow, same time, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, for the Japanese Grand Prix for season 3 of the TTFL. And then on Sunday we have got TTL F2, where we have got the German Grand Prix for the first race at 8 PM, and at 8:45 we have the Classic Cup as it is around Silverstone, hopefully in the same spec cars, at 8:45, and that'll be commentated by Jack. So tune in around about 10 to 5 to 8 to watch him commentate for Sunday for the 2 races we got scheduled. Then for Tuesday, normal service will resume with Kieran and hopefully Andy. If not, it'll definitely be Kieran. We will be live at the Hungaroring at 8 PM on Tuesday. So join us then on that, and me and Alan will be back on track for that one for sure. And then, and then next Thursday, we'll be live at Belgium. So we've got some good tracks coming up for us, Al.
Yeah, there's good run tracks now on TTL. Belgium are not really as hot on as other tracks, but other than that, between now and the end of the season for TTL anyway, Belgium and Abu Dhabi would be the weak ones, and otherwise good tracks.
Oh, indeed, we got a lot coming up to looking forward to. So then, mark down in the comments below who you think your driver of the day is and great moments around tonight's race. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. But till then, Well, for me, for now, anyway, till tomorrow. I will see you all tomorrow around 8 p.m. So don't forget, join us for 8 o'clock. And also join us at other times as well on the dates and times I just said regarding race schedules. So I don't know. Thank you for joining me in the box. It's always been a pleasure being here beside you.
It was a pleasure, and I'll enjoy being back on track tomorrow night while you stay in the box.
Yeah, this time I'll be watching you, boy.
Yeah, keep an eye. Tomorrow's Japan, mate. Tomorrow's my track. Keep an eye.
Easy now. We'll wait till tomorrow. So, till then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for tonight. From myself and Alan, take care. See you soon. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye bye.